Oh, 1 o'clock Friday afternoon, and we catch up with our good friend Wild Bill from Western Edge Living. Happy holidays, Bill. How are you, sir?
I'm wonderful. Hey, Alexa, say hi to Jay Dillon.
Announcing on all devices. From Bill. Hi, Jay Dillon.
That's fantastic. Awesome. So
I have a new. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I imagine now that you're really getting into that world of tech now, aren't you?
Oh man, I can. My house is a little over a football field away, and I can turn the lights on up there. I can turn lights on in the next room. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm really digging it. So yeah, how was Christmas, Jay?
It was very good, very good. We got together with family and spent some time together, which was very nice. My daughters and I had dinner last night. Unfortunately, we had to cut it short because it started raining, and I wanted to make sure that they got home safely. So I got them. We didn't get a chance to open presents, so we'll do that another time. But yeah, it was really weird. Again, it rained here. Roads were like glare ice for a while last night. So just one of those things like we had 2 years ago. We had on the 26th of December, day after Christmas, it was just a sheet of ice everywhere.
That webcam that you have playing in the green room as your guests are waiting to go on with
Yeah,
you, is that a live shot of what's in
that is.
Bismarck, right? That foggy?
Yep, that's we'll put it up there. That's our live shot of our Bismarck Skycam right there. And if you take a look around the region, we can go to Williston. That's what Williston looks like. And then Dickinson's got sunny skies there. Look at that. So
Yeah.
it's quite incredible, isn't it? Yeah, we're still very, very foggy here in Bismarck, and that was supposed to burn off by noon today, and obviously it has not.
Well, I think it's going till 2 o'clock your time now. I just checked it because my wife is passing through on her way back from Sioux Falls this afternoon. She's in about Jamestown right now, so hopefully that fog will be gone by the time she gets out west.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, and the roadways are all good. So I think that was the big concern is that people were driving, and if you don't get sunlight, is that ice gonna melt in time? Because this morning when I came in, it was still a little bit slippery. I get in at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was still a little slippery, but not too bad. Not as bad as it was last night.
You're there at 6 a.m.
hmm
on KFYR Plus.
No, I come into the building at 6. I start my shift at 7.
I see. Got to do prep work, right?
Yeah, get stuff ready, find out what's making news, what's not making news, and you got to make your coffee as well.
Oh yeah, that's why I have Alexa make my coffee up at the house, or vice versa. I get it, Jay. You're preaching to the
Yeah,
choir.
yeah. It used to be in radio where some days if I was really feeling the powers of the fruit juice the night before, I would come in 10 minutes before showtime, and but I did a lot of prep the night before. I did a lot of that the day before.
Oh sure, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. But how
Let's
was
see.
your holiday? How was your Christmas?
It was wonderful, and it continues tomorrow. I'll be heading to Fargo to spend time with my son and daughter-in-law and granddaughter. We're going to have a belated Christmas. I'm going to stay through Sunday, and Sunday night he's a big time Packer fan, so we're
Oh
looking forward.
boy.
I think the Packers do play Sunday night this week, and yeah, looking forward to that and hanging out. Then I'm off to Sioux Falls. See, it turned out that with three dogs, we lost our place in a kennel for one. Another person couldn't take care of another one. So it just, worked out that I stayed home with the dogs, and my wife went to Sioux Falls, and she'll be home this evening, and I'll take off tomorrow morning. Two ships passing in the night. So
Yeah.
basically, I had no human contact on Christmas Day for the first time in my life. It was awesome, Jay. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was so cool. I got, the dogs are my partners, and over the last, since my health and all that, I've created a person that I really like to hang out with, and that person is me. So
Well, good for
yeah, it
you.
was
What does a
yeah.
guy do that's alone on Christmas Day? I made a meal, I'm sure, for yourself. Maybe went to church, or what does a guy do when you're alone on Christmas?
I went to church on the night before on Wednesday night. You know, we can leave our dogs alone short term. So I went to
Yep.
church on Wednesday, and I went to Christmas Eve Mass, and it was performed by the clergy that I had on Western Edge Living, who I met the second day after my stroke, and we've created a bond, and she's always forever special in my heart. So that was pretty much the highlight of my Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, well, we kind of slept in a little bit, did a few things around the house, and then made some soup and watched 3 football games yesterday.
Well, that's great. That is fantastic. Yeah, there was a lot of football on yesterday, so I'm glad that was on. Basketball games, too. I did watch a little basketball. There was the San Antonio OKC rivalry, which seems to be the premier NBA rivalry this season. And San Antonio just really has got their number. I mean, the Thunder have lost 2 games this season until they run up against San Antonio, and then they played San Antonio 3 times in I think a week and a half, and they've lost all 3 of those games against them. So it's quite a rivalry.
You know, we don't really watch a lot of NBA until playoffs. Then
Mm-hmm.
it's so much fun watching that cream rise to the top, and who wants the worst, you know, who wants it more. And I've always watched the NBA playoffs, and also March Madness. I'm starting to get into that too. That's just around the corner, my friend. Spring is coming. You know, we gained probably a minute or two of daylight since last Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad to see it because I noticed yesterday at about 5 o'clock or so. I think it was right around that time frame. I was like, "Hey, we still got some daylight out here, which is kind of nice. I like it."
Yeah, I like it too. But it seems, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems to go away faster than it comes back. It takes its own sweet time getting lighter. But boy, when June mid third week of June rolls around, man, it's just starts going downhill after that pretty rapidly. It seems like.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to, I'm more of a summer guy, and I'm sure you probably are, right? I mean, you like to be outside, especially out there in the western edge of the state. Yeah, I think I'm more of a summer guy. There are people, though, that really enjoy these winter months. They like the fall. They like the cooler temperatures. They like to, maybe they do their crafts inside or whatever it is, but not me. I'm a golf, softball kind of a guy, riding motorcycle type of dude.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. And this year, I think summer will be more welcome than ever. We got a problem out here in Western North Dakota, and that's every single yard is coated in ice. So terrible. And then we have that crazy wind, and that kind of polishes the ice. And it's just,
Hmm.
I talked to our bus drivers out here, and they are just heartbroken by the amount of children they have to watch, biff it on the ice every day. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's challenging. So yeah, the warmer months once they get here are going to be welcome, so we can get rid of some of that ice. Hopefully, we don't get any more rain this year. Knock on wood, but it's a problem right now.
And you've got a big summer out there on the western edge with, of course, the 250th birthday of our great country comes along with it. An introduction to a world famous presidential library that's happening in Medora. So there'll be a lot of eyeballs. A lot of people will be heading out there to Medora and that part of the country this summer.
Oh yeah, July 4th, 2026. That's when the library is slated to open. There's a new event center, a wedding event center going up by Bully Pulpit just to the south of there. There's a new hotel they've built in Medora. There's the roundabout. Construction in Medora is at a fevered pitch right now. And I think once spring rolls around, I think that's when the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame is going to be commencing on their legacy project, which is a multi-million-dollar expansion. They've been in fundraising mode, and that's proven successful. So yeah, it's going to be fun to document all this with Western Edge Living. We don't we focus on other things, of course, but you can't turn your back on what's happening in Medora. It's we intend to show as much as we can with but also by still paying attention to our other guests as well. We're working
Mm-hmm.
on balancing that out, so it's going well, and yeah, looking forward to seeing all Medora has to offer.
Well, speaking of Western Edge Living, of course, Sunday mornings you can catch it on West Dakota Fox, 8:30 Central, 7:30 Mountain Time. It's interesting conversations with interesting people about interesting things in Western North Dakota. And there's, of course, no shortage of interesting people nor things there in Western North Dakota to talk about. And it's the holiday season, so I can understand you probably are taking a little bit of a break from production at this time. But are you still producing? Do you still have another episode coming up this week, Bill?
We do. We have a great episode coming up this week, and with Christmas and everything, the holidays happening, we're going to air this one for a couple of weeks. It's Annette Steppen. She is with Heart River Ranch, and her and her husband Chuck raised some of the finest quality red Angus cattle that you've ever seen. I can't believe it took us this long to focus on something agricultural, but we're getting it done in a big way. And Annette has won awards for her promotion and the things that she's done for the Red Angus Association in our state. And she talks about a video too that's available. It documents the 60 years of history for the Red Angus breed. And the people that raise this type of breed, this type of cattle, are very passionate about it. And she'll tell you exactly why their passion is for these cattle. Not only that, but watching that video on the history of the Red Angus Association, I was very impressed with how women are so prevalent in not only raising the breed, promoting the breed, and the Red Angus Association. It's just they're making comments about how so many women are involved, and you'll meet some of them. It's going to be a great episode. Looking forward to you watching it. And
for sure.
The Red Angus Association is showcased in this episode of Western Edge Living.
8:30 Central, 7:30 Mountain Time. You can catch it, Western Edge Living. Bill, I've hung around farmers. I'm not much of a farmer myself. In fact, you could say I'm not a farmer because I don't farm. But I've
wearing a cowboy hat. I saw you sent me a picture of you wearing a cowboy hat, looking styling and profiling there, Jay Dillon.
Absolutely. I love that cowboy hat. I've rode horses, I've done that in my lifetime, but I've never been on a farm where cattle, but I've had friends, they've got the Charolais cows, you've got the Black Angus, and now of course you got the Red Angus. I'm guessing it's color. Is that why it's Red Angus? Is it the color, right?
Well, that's part of it, but there is a difference between the Red Angus and the Black Angus, which Annette Steppens points out in our conversation with her.
Okay. Yeah, for somebody uneducated like me on it, that would be very interesting to find out on that. So, yeah, you've got that, and then you're going to run that for a couple weeks. You've got this week, next week. We're rolling into a brand new year. Are you one of those gentlemen that likes to, make a New Year resolution?
Softly, yeah. Just kind of fine-tuning, things in my world and my life, and but going all out and saying I'm going to lose 30 pounds by March 1st or quit a nasty habit, I don't do that. I used to, and I got to know myself well enough to know that I was setting myself up for disappointment.
I like to steer the ship, Bill. I like to steer the ship in the direction. It's not a hard, I guess you could say, resolution, but I like to say, okay, I'm going to kind of gravitate or drift in that direction, and what come may happens, right? If it happens, I don't like the disappointment of, well, I didn't do it, so I'm not going to say I'm a failure, but so I don't set myself up for failing, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I get that. I get that. What comes to mind as you look toward 2026? What's in your mind as far as an agenda or some personal
Well,
goals?
you know, there is a couple goals that I have, I believe. Well, one is not so much of a goal, it's kind of a milestone. Double nickels I'll hit here coming up in just a couple months, 55 in February.
Okay, happy birthday.
So yeah, that's kind of a pretty good milestone for me. I'll be happy about that. Number two is I need to stop spending so much time on social media. I spend too much time
Oh,
on it.
no
Okay.
kidding.
Yeah, and so I'm going to cut back, but I'm only going to do it in a different perspective, meaning I'm going to use it for, like, I'm going to be installing a garbage disposal. I need the videos. I need to know how to do it, right? So I'll need that video. I'm a practicing guitarist, so I use a lot of videos to show me how to work around chords or what songs, how to play songs. And then three, I've got, I want to buy a new guitar and a new amplifier. And so those are kind of the three major things that I've got for the first half of the year.
Okay. Hey Alexa, where can I buy a good guitar in Bismarck, North Dakota?
I found a few options for you in Bismarck. Solid Rock Music on Tacoma Avenue has a 5-star rating on Yelp and offers musical instruments and services. There's also Vintage Guitar on Slate Drive and Kirkwood Hardware on 7th Street, both open today.
Wow. All
Yeah, I'm
right.
gonna stay away from social media. Good luck with that, huh?
I know. Isn't that something? But yeah, I need to cut back. I need to do more reading. I'm going to put four in there. I need to do
Yeah.
more reading. I've got so many books that I want to finish. I just got one for Christmas as a present. So that's one that I want to start. And it's not like it takes me all year to read a book, but I want to read more. And I think I can do it because once you get into a book, right, you kind of want to see where it leads you.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, some books you just can't put down. I mean, there's a young man that got hurt in a farm accident in the 90s. His name was John Thompson. He had both his arms ripped off in a horror, and
Mm-hmm.
he's got a book out. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I could ask Alexa. But anyway, that was one that I could every spare minute that I had. I was lost in that book. And that's a fun place to go, isn't it, Jay? When you're reading something so interesting, it just draws you in. I remember one time I was reading The Prince of Tides, and it got so exciting and so dramatic toward the end. I
Mm-hmm.
took an afternoon off just to finish reading that book.
You
And
did.
so, yeah, which book are you going to be reading?
So the one that I got for Christmas, my old morning partner. She made it a Beatles theme. She gave me a mat from your front door that says, "You say I say goodbye." No, I say hello. You say goodbye. Meaning you put it this way. Yeah. So
The Beatles.
it's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool. And then she got me a book of the Beatles songs and kind of what John, Paul, Ringo, and George had to say about these songs and how they came up with the songs and the meanings behind them.
That sounds like something that I would sit down and read as well. That sounds wonderful. Somebody had your number when they drew you as their
Yeah.
secret. Holy cow.
Yeah, no, it was. I'm pretty happy with it. Have you ever seen the Beatles documentary that's on Apple TV? I think it was Apple.
It's on my list of documentaries to watch. It's like 4 hours or something that long.
I th- I think it's longer than that. I
Yeah.
sat down, Bill. I sat down one night. We started watching it at 4 p.m., I believe. This was the day after Christmas, so it was a Black Friday. It was my girlfriend and I. We sat in my basement. We started at 4 p.m. and we finished at midnight.
Whoa, wow. And I thought the Eagles documentary at a little over 4 hours was long. Yeah, this one's like the Beatles is 8 hours. Holy cow. Wow. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I think it's two. It's four episodes, 2 hours each. I want to say,
well,
or a
I'm
little
gonna have
shorter.
to take the afternoon off and watch that one.
It is so good. I mean, it's always slow in some places. You know, when you're putting together 8 hours of archival footage, they make a story of it. It really is a story. And Bill, I'll tell you what, if you're a Beatles fan whatsoever, you have to watch it. It is so good. It is so good.
I think I'm going to do that. I think it's on my list. Absolutely.
What else did I have for you? Gosh, I forget what it is now. Okay. I had a prime rib for Christmas Eve, and it was just tremendous. Are you one of those guys that loves the rib roast for the holidays?
You know, it's been just about every year that we cook a loin and have prime rib. But this year, with my son and daughter-in-law and granddaughter, Leanne's husband, Kenny Chaos, Ken Stashowski. I don't know where he got these from, but he gave us some lamb chops and some lamb brats. So I think I'm going to stick my neck out and try something new. This will be Sunday. We're looking forward to cooking that up. So my daughter-in-law is Googling how to prepare it. And, yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, what you said about prime rib, man, you know, and I always said it. One time I posted on Facebook during Thanksgiving that I wish the Pilgrims had ran into a 1,200-pound red Angus steer rather than a stupid turkey, so we could have beef as our tradition. But it's all good, and I do love. That's my favorite cut, prime rib. Good stuff.
You know, it's funny you brought up lamb. I've never had lamb in my life until last February 14th. It was Valentine's Day, and here in town we have this new Brazilian restaurant, Gaucho, whatever the name is, but it's one of those restaurants where they come around and they cut the beef for you right on your plate, right? And
Yeah.
and so like I said, I had never had lamb, but they had lamb there that night. They had everything: beef, pork, lamb, everything. And so I thought, well, I'd never had it. So yeah, throw a little piece on my plate. The way they made it, Bill, I would eat lamb every day because it was made to perfection. It was just seasoned perfectly. It was so good. So good.
Oh man, there's a South American restaurant Brazilian restaurant that we go to in Sioux Falls occasionally, and that food is so good. Oh my God! And Gauchos, that's the name of your restaurant, Gauchos.
Yeah, it's Gaucho something or other. I can't remember, but obviously Gaucho is South American for cowboy, right?
Yeah,
Brazilian
exactly.
cowboys.
Yeah, and they're the guys that go around. And did you have some kind of dauber on your table? You turn it to green, and then you're inviting them to
Yeah,
come to your table. If you had enough, you turn it over to red.
that's right. Yep.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I don't recall. I don't think I chose lamb the last time I was at the Brazilian restaurant, just because their beef is so good. Oh my goodness.
Hmm. Yeah, it's one of those restaurants where, like I said, there's different waiters that walk around with different cuts of meat, and you're just like, hey, yeah, oh, you want, yeah, just you're walking by here, you might as well just drop off because they don't give you a whole lot. It's just one or two little small cuts about, maybe about that big or so, and so you're like, that's going to fill me for one bite. So just keep it coming, fellas. Just keep dropping off those little cuts there, and I'll eat until my heart's content. And you might as well because listen, the price of beef nowadays. Let's not pretend it's very expensive.
Exactly, exactly. And this conversation should stop because I am getting hungry, Jay, for beef.
It's what's for dinner. I'll tell you what, Bill, we will leave it there. I've got get going here. I hope that if you get a chance, tune in to 4 o'clock news with Kevin and I. Kevin Lawrence and I will be doing the 4 o'clock here today. So if you get a chance, sneak on, give it a look-see, tell me what I can improve on. This is only my second time being on with Kevin doing the 4 o'clock, but we like to have fun, and I look forward to maybe a recommendation if you have one.
high pressure system, low pressure system, converging over Omaha. That's all I got. That's all I got. Good luck. Yeah, I will try to tune in. I will.
All
sure.
right. Bill, Western Edge Living, you can catch it Sunday mornings again on West Dakota Fox, 8:30 Central Time, 7:30 Mountain. Bill, always a pleasure, sir. I look forward to catching up with you, and I think you're going to be off now, and of course Western Edge is going to take January off. Is that right?
That's the plan. Yeah, but we're going to be still recording issues, but our episodes. But yeah, we're going to come back with back-to-back new episodes, probably around the first week in February. So all good, my friend. I wish you a very happy new year. I appreciate you and what you do for our show. And by golly, good luck on the high pressure system, low pressure system. I'll be watching.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Western Edge Living, catch it Sunday mornings. Thank you, Bill. Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year, Jay. Adios.
You bet. Adios. Bye-bye. 26 minutes now past the hour. Let's take a break. We're right back here with more news next on KFYR+.